Hello and welcome to episode 25 of the What Shara Made podcast. I'm coming to you from just outside of Melbourne in a little valley in Victoria in the southeast corner of Australia. And it is a cold and rainy day today. I did get caught in the rain earlier unexpectedly and I got really wet. But never mind, I'm all safe and well at home now. I've got a couple of whips, a couple of FOs, and quite a lot of acquisitions to show you today, so I might just launch straight into my whips. Now you might remember this first whip from an earlier episode maybe. I can't remember if I've shown it before, but I haven't made a whole lot of progress on it. It's a sock that I started for the Yarn to Woman podcast knit along, which is having a read along for July. It's actually the 3rd of August now, so that Cal has finished. And I managed to get one entry into it, but I didn't get any FOs into it. I had some more pressing things that needed to be done. But these socks here are my beautiful red socks using my gorgeous Little Dipper yarn, and this is a BFL Blueface Leicester nylon blend, and it is gorgeous. I can't express how beautiful this yarn is, but it is spectacular, and the pattern is coming up quite nicely in it. You'll see that, and this, I'm not using a pattern, just something from my head, and I've just started the heel flap. I think I've done 2 rows on it, which I did this morning while I was waiting for some things to finish washing in the machine so I could hang them out in the rain. And I'm really enjoying this sock, and I cannot wait to wear them, so I need to get a hurry along on those, get them finished so that I can wear them. And that's my first whip, coming along nicely. Not a whole lot of progress since the last time I think I showed you. And my next whip, you may have seen, I also can't remember if I showed you it. I might not have. Anyway, it doesn't matter because I've got it here now. I would have shown you the yarns I was using for it, and they're 2 acquisitions from the Australian Sheep and Wool Show in Bendigo. And if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen part of this whip already. But I'm knitting another doodler. The pattern's by Stephen West, and I love my other doodler so much that I felt like I needed another one. And here it is, still attached. Might be a bit hard to show because it is still on the needles, but you get the idea. So I was using a gradient from Moseley Park, and it went from this beautiful dark colour, and it's gotten lighter towards the edge. And for the lines in here and this border and the bottom border that I'm currently working on, I've used a cashmere merino blend that I think is partially stuck on my eyelash here. I can see a bit of fluff hanging off my eye. and it's from the Wild Natural Fibre Company. And they're an Australian-based company, I believe. I hadn't heard of them before the Bendigo Sheep and Wool Show, and really loving this. It is, oh, I wish you could feel it because it's so squishy and soft and beautiful. And I think it's made a really good pair with the gradient that I wish I could show you properly. But you get a bit of an idea of how it's going to look in the end. And that's a pretty good likeness. The colours are coming up pretty good. And I've got this floppy bowl left from the first 100 gram skein of this, and I probably will need to eat into the second skein just a little bit to finish off the last part of the border. And I think I'll then have enough left over to maybe make a hat, which I think would be really nice out of this beautiful yarn. So that's my second whip. I'm really excited about finishing that so I can wear it. I believe that is all my current whips at the moment that I'm actively working on. Of course, there's long languishing whips that I haven't touched in a few weeks, maybe months. But I've got some FOs. You might remember this, it was basically an FO the last time I showed you actually, but it needed a pom-pom. And I think I maybe hadn't quite done the band yet, but this is my neon ski hat, I believe the pattern is called, but I'll put a link in the show notes so you can see it as well. I've got a little pom-pom on the back. It's pretty cute. You can see I just attached it temporarily to show you what it was going to look like. I might need to do that properly soon. But this is the pom-pom, and it was attached to like a hair elastic. I just got it in local shop. So what I want to do is attach a ribbon to this so that I can attach it and remove it from this hat. So when this hat has a pom-pom on it, it looks pretty cute. I haven't actually had the chance to wear it out yet. It doesn't want to go back on there. I had to do that with pliers before, poke it through. But the hat is pretty nice and it's very warm. I've been wearing it around the house a little bit because it's been really cold, and I wasn't well for a little while last week, so this was nice and comforting to have this funny little milkmaid hat on there. So that is another FO with detachable pom-pom. You just have to like, oh look, looks great with a pom-pom. Ooh. So there's that FO. My next FO is actually a very recent FO. I finished it this morning and it's just finished blocking. And well, I finished, yeah, it's just finished blocking. I've just picked it up. And it's for a birthday present, but the person who it's for doesn't watch the podcast, so it's not going to be spoiled or anything. I'll show you. Now, I got this yarn that I've used to make it at, while I was in Bendigo recently, but I didn't get it at the show. I got it at the little sideshow called the Artisan Textile Festival. I think that's what it was called, at the North Bendigo Bowls Club, which is excellent. It's excellent every year and it's a great little add-on to the woolly weekend that is the Australian Sheep and Wool Show in Bendigo. And the yarn that I've used is Debbie Bliss Fine Donegal Tweed, I think it's called. It's pure wool, and this thing is huge, and I'm going to have to show you in parts. which is the same as the other side. But it's way bigger than my wingspan. I cannot hold this thing up. It's probably at least 2 meters wide. So that should wrap around and be really nice and snuggly for my friend who it is for. And I think she will like the colours. This, I don't know if I already mentioned it, but this shawl is, this pattern is the Random Active Colour pattern. And I haven't got the pattern with me, so I can't tell you the name of the designer. But I will put that maybe down here or maybe in the show notes. Probably both. I absolutely love this. It is so gorgeous. Really beautiful. Really easy to follow pattern. Beautifully written. It's been test knit lots. It's all good. There's no errors in it. It is just beautiful. Easy to follow charts, and it's quite intuitive. You don't have to keep referring back to the pattern for every row, and there's lots of rest rows in between the pattern rows, so that's always nice. And it didn't take long to knit at all, despite being ginormous. It really flew off the needles, so that was fantastic. Really, really happy with this, and I was so happy with it and so happy with the yarn that I chose for it that I actually ordered myself some more yarn to make myself one, but in different colours. I'm really looking forward to that yarn arriving so I can start it. Oh gosh, I just love it so much. I wonder how I haven't really played with it. Oh yeah, that's gonna look gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. So that's that one, and I hadn't actually considered that pattern for that yarn when I actually bought the yarn for a totally different pattern. And then Melinda from the Yarn Woman podcast told me that she was going to make the Random Acts of Colour shawl, and I had a look at it and I thought, oh, that one is much, much better for that yarn than the one I had in mind originally. So I cast that on as well, and Melinda's doing hers and it looks beautiful. I can't wait to see it finish. So we sort of had a little unofficial knit along, and oh gosh, I just love it. This yarn is beautiful. Oh, it's really good. Oh, I did have a little mishap, I must tell you. When I'd finished knitting this last night, I stayed up a bit late to try and finish it because I thought I'm not going to bed until I've cast this thing off. So I stayed up late, and when I finished it, I was stretching out the top here because it was sort of a bit bunched up. And I really was gently just stretching this edge out so it wasn't all bunched up. And then I heard a pop, and I looked down and I'd actually snapped part of the, thankfully I can't even see it now, so maybe it was there. Maybe? Yeah, it might have been right there. I snapped it, and like the yarn snapped and it started to unravel, and I was like right back at the start. It's not like it was, you know, right down at the end and I could have just unraveled a few rows and gone again, but right at the start. And I had a little bit of a panic, and then I just calmed myself down and I picked up the stitches from either side of the rip, and I knit back together and then weaved in the ends, I kitchenered it together, weaved in the ends, and it seems to have worked, and it's very secure. I've given it a good workout to make sure it's still good, and I'm pretty pleased with it. It's really hard to tell. I can tell because I know exactly where it happened, but I think the wearer, the recipient of this, and anyone else looking at it wouldn't be able to pick that little spot out where the disaster occurred. Thank goodness. Oh, I almost cried when I was like, pop. Oh, goodness. So I did have that little mishap, but then was quite pleased when I managed to rescue it. Thank goodness. So almost a disaster, but crisis averted. Now, the next thing I will show you is an acquisition. It's a really special acquisition because at the show, the Australian Sheep and Wool Show, the day before I went, one of my Instagram friends contacted me and, oh, actually it was a couple of days before, contacted me and asked me if I'd like to meet up at the show. And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to. And when I got there and we met up, she had a very special present for me. And I had a very small present for her, but she had a really beautiful, very special present for me. And that is Carolyn of the Two Knit and Crochet website, and I'm going to put a link to that in the show notes so you can check it out as well. And she's got a pretty cool shop. It's online, and she sells lots of Knit Pro, which is similar outside of Australia and Europe. I believe it's the same as Knitter's Pride. Brand, you might want to correct me on that, Carolyn. Brand needles and accessories, and she also sells lots of beautiful, hard to find in Australia yarns, which is great. I'm so glad that I've got that resource now. And she makes gorgeous project bags, and I was the lucky recipient of one, and this is the perfect size for socks. I've been keeping these socks in this bag, and here is my little bag with my little traffic jam on it. And it's got drawstrings, and it's just a perfect size for socks, and it's beautifully made. But it's no ordinary bag, because on the inside, I wonder if I might just turn it inside out to show you this, because it's going to be a bit dark to see inside. So on the inside of the beautiful bag, gosh, you've done such a beautiful job, Carolyn. This is just gorgeous. There is a zip pocket. How cool is that? Love that. And you can see Carolyn's beautiful tag there. And then on the other side, there's 2 more pockets. How cool is that? Oh, I'm so impressed. This is really awesome. I absolutely love it. So I have been keeping my socks in there, and I had this with me today, this bag, and someone that I don't even know, just a stranger, said, "Where did you get that bag? I need it." And so I passed on your information, Carolyn, so hopefully you get a sale out of that. I really love it. I really love this bag. But she didn't just give me the bag. Also, she included these. So you've got a needle there for seaming or darning, whatever you need to do, but also these really cool stitch markers. How good are those? Love them. And they're made out of glass, so they've got a nice weight to them. You can feel them as you come along to them in your work, and they're beautiful. I absolutely love these. So good. But that's not all. She also included 2 skeins of this amazing yarn. Check it out. That is so cool. I love this. Oh, I would absolutely love a pair of socks in this. I was so excited when I opened it up and saw it. And this is really nice and soft, and I've actually used a little bit of Lana Gatto yarn before, and absolutely loved it. I've made a pair of socks for someone else in them though, and they love the socks too. So this is really nice to work with, and it works up in a really cool pattern. Oh, I'm so excited by this. And that's also not all. You'll have to excuse this skein. This was beautifully skeined up, and then I popped it open to have a better look at it, and I haven't done a very good job of rescanning it, but I'm sure you'll understand. This yarn here, how pretty is that colour? Look at it, look. Oh god, so gorgeous. And this is, you know I'm going to get this name wrong. Araucania? I'll show you and you can laugh at my pronunciation. How do you say that? I don't know. Ranco, and it's a luxury merino blend 4-ply, which is a fingering weight, and it's 75% wool and 25% nylon, so perfect for socks. And Carolyn said that one of these was for me and one was to give away, and I wanted to keep both of them, but I won't, but I really want to, just know that. So I had to decide between these thoroughly awesome socks that I know knit up into sock yarn, that I know knit up into amazing socks exactly the way I like them, or this gorgeous green. Oh my god. And I couldn't decide, so I got one of my nieces to help me, and she held them behind her back and swapped them around, and then I had to choose a hand, and that was, whichever yarn was in the hand I chose was the one that was going to be the giveaway, and this was the one that came out. And I said to her, oh, I think I really want to keep that one, can we do this again? And she said no. She said, that's the final answer, you have to give those ones away. Like, fair enough, I understand. So these are the ones that are going to be the giveaway, and these are going to be the prize for the August giveaway, and that's the month-long, year-long stash busting knit-along, craft-along. I can't even remember the name of my own giveaway. Year-long stash busting craft-along. And you'll find details about that in the Ravelry group, and you'll find a link to the Ravelry group in the down bar below this video on YouTube. And it's a really easy knit-along to take part in, because all you have to do is have an FO that is knit out of yarn that's was in your stash prior to the beginning of 2016. So anything prior to the 1st of January 2016, anything before that, you can use. And if you've used yarn from that time and made an FO, add a picture of that FO into the thread, and you might even want to tell us a little bit about it in the picture, and you'll be entered into the draw. And every entry that's in the draw so far is eligible every time I do a draw, and I do a draw once a month and give away something exciting like this awesome pair of sock yarns. And there's enough here, they're 50-gram balls, and there's enough here to make an adult pair of socks, or you could even make 2 kids pairs, or if you've got small enough feet like me, you could make 2 pairs of like ankle socks, and that is going to be the prize. I really love these, so whoever gets them, I'm going to be thoroughly jealous, but I might just have to satisfy my craving and get myself some. So I'm really happy about that. Thanks so much, Carolyn. I just love it. It was a real highlight of the weekend, actually, getting that present, getting to meet you in real life and your husband, and so generous, so generous. Thank you so much. Love it. Now, there was one more thing in that package from Carolyn, and it was tea. And it was a Daintree black tea, and it's what I've got in my cup today, and it is beautiful. Oh my goodness, it's just, it's really bright and refreshing and really, really good. Yeah, perfect. And you might notice my cup today is knitting themed, of course. On the inside, it's double rib. On the inside, it's actually got the pattern for the double rib, and this is by Debbie Bliss. It's also who did the yarn for. Whoops, I don't know if there was a bit of an interruption there, something came up on my screen. Did the yarn for this, so 2 Debbie Bliss things here. And you'll notice it's a double rib, so knit 2, purl 2, knit 2, purl 2. However, there's a fault in this knitting. There's just one single column of knit there. Oops a daisy. It's a bit funny, isn't it? Everything else is right, and then one single column. Oh well. Little design feature there. So, my next acquisition is, you may have heard of or seen on Instagram the FiberShare big worldwide swap, where you sign up and you get assigned a partner, and you can choose whether you'd like to have an international partner or one from your own country. And the only must for the swap is that you have to include at least 100 grams of a luxury yarn. And they just mean not like a big box craft shop, craft supply store yarn, something like that. They mean like, you know, maybe a hand-dyed skein or something slightly more independent maybe, but you can include whatever you like. And I got so lucky with my partner, the partner that was sending to me, and I sent to someone else, but the partner that sent to me, Kate, hi Kate, just blew me away with what, just, I couldn't have chosen better if I was let loose in the best yarn shop in the world. Just so perfect, and I cannot wait to break into them. But let me show you. These are the two yarns that she included. Sorry, I should have opened that before I started filming. Oh my god, they're so good. This one here, oh, look at it, is, what is it called? Yarn Love, shopyarnlove.com, and the colourway is Cupid, and I believe the base is called Juliet, and it's 75% superwash wool and 25% nylon, and it's 495 yards, which is actually a really generous skein, so that is cool. But these colours, love it. Oh my god, I don't know whether I want to make socks with this yarn or incorporate it into a shawl. I'm not sure. I know sometimes people talk about when they have a really gorgeous sock yarn, they don't want to hide it away in their shoes, but I don't feel like that. Well, partly because I often wear shoes with like an open top, so the like Mary Jane style shoes, so you can see my hand knit socks, which is the whole reason I wear those shoes. A, because they're cute, but B, because you can see my hand knit socks. I can show off my hand knit socks, and what could be better. But also when I wear my hand knit socks with totally closed shoes, like my hiking boots or whatever, I don't mind that it's only me that knows I'm wearing those totally groovy socks. That's cool. I love it. Totally fine by me. And I get really excited about wearing my awesome hand knit socks, even when it's just me that knows I'm wearing them. So yeah, maybe I will make it in socks because they're pretty cool. Oh, I don't know. I love it. Love it. The next one is, it's not a company I've heard of before, so that was really exciting, getting introduced to a new yarn company. And this is from Pagewood Farm, and the base is called Alyeska, and doesn't have a colourway name, but it's a merino cashmere nylon, and it is luxurious. Oh god, it's so nice. So it's dyed in San Pedro in California, which is pretty cool. Oh my god, look at it. Love it. Oh. Sorry, I don't know if that keeps showing up on the screen or not. I'm not sure. Some little alerts keep going up on my camera here. So, Pagewood Farm, and that's quite a good representation of the colour. That's quite accurate. I cannot wait to get my teeth into these. And once again, I don't know whether I should use this in a shawl or make socks out of it. I don't know. How does the merino cashmere nylon blend go? Like, how does that go in socks? I've certainly never used it before for socks. If you know, if you've got experience knitting with that blend, it's an 80-10-10 with the merino cashmere nylon. How do they wear? How do they go? Do they hold up? No, let me know. So excited about these. But Kate didn't just send me those. She then went crazy and sent me so many awesome fibres to spin, and I cannot wait to get my wheel out and start playing with these. And the other thing that Kate did that was fantastic was she's labelled everything really, really well, so I know exactly what everything is, and that was really helpful. But you can see here, it's Gales Out Merino Bumps, and look at them all. Look at those colours. Oh, right up my alley. I cannot wait to spin these. Look at them. Look at that. Oh, and they're so nice and squishy and springy and soft. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have so much fun with those. And she has sent me this Falkland merino top, and this stuff, oh my god. So I'm trying to open the bags away from the microphone. This stuff, oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Oh, and I've never ever worked with any Falkland merino fibre before, so that's really exciting. It's actually sort of, it's not very easy to get wool fibre, whether it's in yarn or roving tops, that is anything other than merino in Australia. Of course, there are other fibres available, but they're not readily available anywhere. Well, not anywhere that is close to me that I can get to all the time anyway, but not many yarn stores carry different fibres that aren't merino. Occasionally you'll get a Corridel, but apart from that, there's only one seller that I see maybe 3 or 4 times a year, just at different yarny like festivals. She doesn't have a brick and mortar shop. Is Ixchel Bunny, and she has lots of very unusual and different fibres, and that's really exciting. But besides her, it's really hard to get a hold of any other fibre except merino. And when I told that to Kate, I think she really took that on board, and she went out of her way to get all sorts of different fibres for me, which was so exciting. Oh my god, I was so excited. And I got the the package came in the mail right before I was about to leave, and I was running a bit late, and I thought, nope, who cares, I'm opening it. And I was giving out a little squeal every time I opened a new part of the package. It was fantastic. And there's also this, which is Merino Bamboo Blend, which is really cool because as far as I can remember, I don't think I've spun anything with bamboo in it. So I'm really excited to have a play with that and just see how it feels, how it works. And so that's really nice to be able to have those little bits just to test it out. Don't have to commit to a whole big lot. So that's perfect. absolutely brilliant. And also these, how cool is that? Look at those. So I don't know if you caught sight of that tag briefly, but it is Pat's Colours 60/40 Sea Cell and Silk Blend, and that is from dyingforcolour.com. Oh, this is so cool. And I'm wondering if maybe I could, I don't know if you can see that, if I can blend this with another fibre rather than just spinning it on its own. I think that might be an interesting option to play with there. Oh God, I can't wait to get my wheel out. Oh, I just want to drop everything and go and get it now, but I've got other things to do now. And she also included some little treats and some other beautiful things in there, but I'll keep those to myself. And I had another package come in recently that was a swap that I did with a viewer, Dana, and she went out of her way to make a spectacular swap package. I hope she likes the package I sent her as much as I like the one she sent me, and it had so many amazing things in it. Part of it was this gorgeous bag, the little zipper pull, and it's got polka dots, my favourite, on the inside. So gorgeous. Now, she did tell me who made this, and I can't remember. I've got it written down though, so I'll check it out and I'll add that to the show notes. This is so cool, and it's lined with quite a heavy padding, so it's nice and squishy, which is just gorgeous. And she's also included lots of other treats in there, but some amazing caramels, and it's a miracle that I have some left because oh my God, they're so good, so good. But this teeny tiny little jar of Nutella, oh my God, I've never seen something so cute. I didn't know these existed. Oh, I love Nutella, of course, because I'm not crazy. But I didn't know you could get teeny tiny little jars like this. This is the best. Oh, I don't even want to open it because it's so cute. I just want to keep it laying there for a while. So adorable. Anything miniature, obviously, just doubles in cuteness. But yeah, I just really want to eat one of those candies, but I won't. So that was one part of the package. But she also included, oh my God, these are so good. This yarn, which is the Volmizer. Look at it. So good. Oh my God, I love this so much. This is actually the same as the yarn, different colour, but the same base, that I used in my original Doodler shawl, and that has just, it's worn so well and it knits so beautifully. It just looks gorgeous. Cannot wait to use that. Oh my God, I love it so much. But also, oh my God, this is so cool. So excited. I was beside myself when I saw this. How gorgeous is that? Oh my God, look at it. So cool. And this, look. And that is the barefoot sock, and it is 80% merino extra fine wool and 20% polyamide, and the colourway is wildflower patch, and it could not be more perfect for me. Oh God, it's so good. Thank you. And she also included this, two of these actually. Look at it. Oh my God, I cannot wait to spin this up, and that's very colour accurate actually. Oh, matches my cardigan quite nicely. And this is from Sarah's Texture Craft, and that's not a not someone I was aware of before, so that's another excellent discovery. I cannot wait to spin that up. And this fibre, if it's going to tell me what it is. It's merino dals. I've never heard of that before. Can you read what that says? Merino dals. I'm not very good with any other word, any other language except English, am I? Oh, that's terrible. So 2 of those. So that's going to make a really great amount of yarn, and I think I might make a shawl outfit if I do a good enough job on the spinning. But also, this was also from Kate. I don't know if you can. So my fibre share one. This is a bamboo merino and alpaca and silk. How cool is that? Look at those colours. Oh, so exciting. And I think I've covered everything there. That was a lot. Thanks for sticking around because there's quite a long episode. And I've actually got one more whip to show you that I totally forgot about, but now that I've moved all the other stuff off the top of it, I'm like, oh yeah, that thing. Now, you might remember me talking a couple of episodes ago about what I was going to do with all my little sock yarn minis, and lots of other people have done the Cozy Memories blanket with the little mitered squares, which are gorgeous, but I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I wanted to do a crochet version of a Cozy Memories blanket, and I played around with quite a few different ideas and then settled on this one, and I just needed to get a border colour, and I knew I wanted it to be cream. And when I went to the Bendigo Woolen Mills on my Bendigo weekend, in their famous back room they had a great special on some wool silk blend, cream coloured fingering weight yarn, and I snapped it up because it was an excellent price and it was exactly what I was looking for the border of my blanket. And this is what I have so far. So it's probably a bit hard to tell, but it is indeed a straight line across the top. That's obviously going to be one of the edges. I know I haven't gotten very far, but it's growing. It's growing. I'm doing a little bit. I try and do a little bit each day, and miraculously, I have woven in all the ends as I have gone. So there's nothing hanging around, and I'm already madly in love with it. Oh my god! So I have so many beautiful little minis in here from all different people. Some are mine, some are from other people. So cool. I love it. Really love it. Give you a bit of a closer look of what that is looking like. All the different colours there. So, I mean, obviously it's going to take a long time to make it into a usable size blanket, but that's okay. It doesn't have a deadline. It's just an ongoing project. I'm really happy with it. So nice. But, oh wait, I've got one more. Oh, no, actually I'll save that for next time. This is getting too long now. So I've got plenty to go on with. I'm going to try and finish these socks. I will also try and finish my doodler because I want to wear that. And I've got a little jumper to make for one of my little friends who is turning 2, and her birthday party is next weekend, and I haven't started knitting her present yet. So I need to get cracking on that. I already know what I'm going to knit her, and it doesn't take very long, so that's alright. And besides that, I think I just need to get a couple of those things finished so I can get into some hardcore spinning. so many amazing things that need to happen. I can't wait. So I think I've covered everything. I'm sure I'll think of something as soon as I say goodbye, but never mind. Thanks so much for sticking around. This was a bit of a long one, and I hope you enjoyed seeing those different yarns. And I'm going to put links to everything that has a link in the show notes so that you can check them out for yourself. And I will see you again very soon. Thanks. Bye.